What's up, guys? My name's Austin, and today we're going to talk about why you're probably going to get wrecked in this crypto bull market. So I made a video talking about my top 3 tips for the bull market back in December when Bitcoin was around $44,000. So we're going to kind of go through these again with where we're at now in the cycle and how they apply and how we can adjust moving forward from here to hopefully not get wrecked this bull run, especially for the new people coming in. Now that Bitcoin has broken all-time highs and things are really getting moving, there's going to be a lot of excitement, a lot of euphoria in the market, a lot of new people jumping in, and a lot of new people that aren't going to know exactly what they should be doing, and they're going to make a lot of wrong decisions and they're going to lose a lot of money. So I'm not an expert, I'm not a pro. This is my first full bull cycle. I started investing at the top of last bull run and I got wrecked, but I've been dollar cost averaging since then, and now I'm not doing too bad. Things are looking good. Things are really just starting to get heated up in my opinion. And that last video I made, it aged pretty well because I was talking about how we're at the start of an explosive bull trend. So we'll get into it. I'm gonna light up a cigar real quick. The first tip that I talked about in that last video was you should be dollar cost averaging throughout the bear market, and it's kind of in hindsight, right? But this is important to realize, especially for the next cycle or for next time. The money's made when you invest at the start of the cycle, before things get crazy. Now we're at a point where almost everything is super far off its lows. Bitcoin is a lost cause. You could put money into Bitcoin, you'll probably make some money. You maybe a 2x, 3x. Hell, Bitcoin maybe could go to 500K, right? Something crazy, and you can make like an 8x. But why would you do that when there are altcoins? That if Bitcoin goes to 500K, you know how much some of these altcoins are going to be worth. So if you're coming in at this point of the cycle, what you should be doing, in my opinion, is looking for altcoins that have not broken out of their accumulation ranges yet. There are some that still look like great buys. There are some that are already way too far gone, near their all-time highs or in new all-time highs. So you need to do research. To name a couple that I've looked at that I've recently transitioned some money into and added some new money into, Casper and XDC. XDC just retested its accumulation range and is bouncing off. Casper is still within its accumulation range, looking to break out. Polkadot just broke out of its accumulation range. It looks like it's starting to go. Some other ones, Coinbase, there's CRV. Or what you can do is look for new trendy coins, like meme coins that are starting to get some traction but are still small and still fairly unnoticed. These are obviously much riskier, but these have potential to return much higher than something like Bitcoin, especially if you're a small fish and you don't have that much money to play with. If you're looking to make life-changing gains like I am, you're not looking for a 2x in Bitcoin. You're not looking to make a few $1,000s, right? You're looking to make life-changing sums of money. So you're not going to get that with Bitcoin, probably not going to get that with Ethereum. You need to look other places. So you should have been dollar cost averaging the whole bear market, right? You already messed up, but that's okay. What you can do now is capitalize on the opportunity that is still in front of you and look for these coins that are undervalued. Go watch other YouTubers, other creators, follow people on Twitter that make these call outs and can provide you with different things that you can try and buy and ride the wave, okay? But the second part of this, the tip 2 that I talked about, is don't FOMO. You should not chase green candles. And I know it's hard. I really specifically know it's hard because most of the coins that I have not run like a lot of stuff in the market has run. AI narratives and AI coins have gone ballistic. They're at new all-time highs, pumping like crazy, hundreds, thousands of percents. Most of the stuff I had, maybe 3x off their lows, 2x, nowhere near all-time highs. So it's frustrating to watch those green candles go up. But I guarantee the second that you FOMO from the thing that you're holding that hasn't done much, and you put it into something that just went up 500%, the thing that's going to happen is the thing that you just put your money in is going to cool off and pull back 30% the next day. And then the thing that you had your money in and moved it out of is going to have a 100% green candle, and you're going to get absolutely wrecked, because that's what the market does. It's going to screw you in every way that it can. So you need patience. You need to not FOMO into these other projects when you see them going up. I know it's hard, and it's because you see the excitement, right? And you see everybody posting their screenshots of their gains and all this nonsense. But you need to have discipline and you need to have patience. Those are two of the most important things in this market that I've learned personally. And I think it's important that you employ those if you don't want to lose money. Then the last tip that I went over in that video was you need to have sell targets. So even though you're getting in the market late right now, if you're just coming in, it's very important that you have targets for where you're going to get out. Because if you don't, once you're up 500%, 1,000%, you're going to be so high on euphoria that you're going to think that this thing's going to go up in a straight line forever. You're not going to sell anything. Then you're going to end up holding your bag all the way to the bottom of the next bear market, and then get depressed and then sell out at the bottom of the bear market. And your 1,000% gains is going to turn into maybe 10% gains or 20% gains or maybe even a loss. And again, you're going to get wrecked. So you need to have targets for where you want to get out of the market before you get in. Have an idea of what's reasonable for these projects or these investments to get to, and then plan on taking money out incrementally as it goes up. Now, as I mentioned in my last video as well, there's not a problem with, if you're investing in these things for the long-term technology, to keep a small bag on the side that you will hold forever, because that is something I absolutely intend to do with most of the projects I hold. XRP, Algorand, HBAR, Casper, XDC, XLM, Quant. I want to hold a few of these forever no matter what. Because even though it's almost guaranteed that we're going to have cyclical cycles, right? We're going to go up and then we're going to come back down and I can reinvest. That's not a guarantee. It's almost guaranteed, but I don't want to be left out, just as I'm sure you won't. I don't want to be left out if these things really do just carry on up in a straight line for longer than I expect. So that means I'll have a small bag that I do hold forever. And that'll help with your psychology too, right? Because then you won't feel like you're missing out and you won't feel that pain as if, like, say for example, XRP goes to $6, $7, you sell your whole bag and then it keeps going to 20, 30 bucks. If you keep some there, you won't feel that pain as much, right? You'll understand any money that you take out that's profit, that was a good decision. That's profit. You can't be mad about that. So those were the things that I really primarily went over in that last video, but we'll talk about some more stuff here, especially in regards to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin just broke its all-time highs, right? Historically, this is when things start to get really crazy for alts. And like I said, there's a lot of alts that it already has gotten crazy for, but there's also tons of alts that it feels like still much has not happened. And this sentiment is pretty wide across like crypto Twitter. A lot of people talking about stuff like this, they're getting really frustrated. This is what the market wants to do. They want you to get mad. They want you to get annoyed that your coins are not moving. And like I said before, they want you to say, oh, it's different this time. The altcoins aren't going to move. I'm going to move everything into Bitcoin or ETH or just these big projects that are moving. And again, as soon as people do that is the second that Bitcoin cools off and then the other alts start to fly. You got to understand the cycle. And again, I'm not a pro. I haven't been doing this for decades. But I've done a lot of research. I've stared at the charts for a long time. I've listened to a lot of people. And these cycles seem to play out the same every time. Obviously, we're ahead of schedule, and Bitcoin hit a new all-time high before the halving. Now, does that mean that we're just way more bullish than we've ever been? Or does that mean that things are going to top out earlier than they've ever topped out? I think that's the case. I think the market's probably going to peak towards the back end of this year, right? And then we're going into a bear market. I know that's not what it's done in the past, but based on the liquidity cycles that we're seeing and the indicators on the charts, this is what seems like it's making the most sense and what's going to happen. If you follow Credible Crypto on Twitter, he's been talking about this for a long time, about how we're going to have a left translated cycle top. and we're getting an early blow off top, and then we're entering, you know, a big bear market. So it's important to be prepared for all of these different scenarios. Another thing, right? Since Bitcoin has broken all-time highs, like I said, there is more excitement entering into the market. I've had people reaching out to me asking, you know, what should they buy? Like, oh, because they know that I'm involved in crypto, and they're like, oh, what should I buy? What should I buy? It's still not too crazy. It's not too many people, but some chatters from some friends. The first thing I tell them, like I said, is, bro, you should have been buying the past year and a half or two when I was talking about it, but you didn't. And that's okay. There's still opportunity, right? But I always point to these utility coins specifically, as I mentioned, XRP, HBAR, Algorand, XLM, Quant. The two that I think are the best buys still right now are Casper and XDC, and I guess throw Quant in there as well. That would be my advice. Get some small bags of those, because I'm betting big on Casper this bull run. I slept on it for a while, but I luckily still got a very good entry for where it's at. I think Casper could do something the way that Cardano did last cycle. It's a very, very good layer one. It covers so many different narratives. It's so intertwined with the people in power and so many different huge companies and organizations. Its market cap is still 500 million, I think, 600 million. Cardano last cycle hit a $90 billion market cap. If Casper does that, that's over 100x from where it's at now. That's insane for a larger cap crypto like that, for a big layer one project. You get 100x. What more do you need? You just have to be patient, and again, scale out as we go up. Oh, last point before we go. Do not trade on leverage. I think you can make money. Some people do very well. But the chances are, if you're trading on leverage, you're probably going to get wrecked. Because we're so early into this bull run, and we've already had so many liquidation candles where we go up or down 10, 15, 20% on altcoins in the matter of minutes, and then come right back up or right back down. Whipsaw, up, down, up, down. And if you're on leverage, especially larger amounts of leverage, like over 10x, you're done. Your portfolio is done, liquidated out. Even if you have a stop loss, that sometimes won't even save you because of the way that these liquidation things work. It doesn't guarantee that you're going to get out at that price that you have set as your stop. So you need to be aware of these things coming into the market. It's not easy money as much as it is easy money. It's the easiest money you can ever make, but it's not the easiest money you will ever make. Because you have to be focused, you have to be disciplined, you have to be paying attention. If you just come in and throw your money into some random shit coins, chances are you're going to get wrecked. It's not to say that you won't win. You definitely can. But the odds aren't in your favor if you're not paying attention to some degree. And again, if you don't take profits, you never win. So even if you throw this money into a shit coin, it goes up 10x, and then it gets rugged, and you never took profits, you still lost. You could have won, but you still lost. So these are just a lot of factors to keep in mind. If you're just getting into the market and this all interests you and you want people to talk to about this stuff, I just started a Discord channel. It's completely free. Link will be down in the description below, so just feel free to hop in. Just posting TA on there, tweets, news, random nonsense, talking to each other about crypto. On top of that, I've been doing some live streams, so I'll always post a link in there, let you know when I'm live streaming. Hop in, chat, ask me questions, and we can chill, talk, and navigate this bull run together, and hopefully make life-changing wealth. So, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.